Imagine this. It's a chilly January night in 1974. You're sleeping in your apartment when a stranger breaks in and attacks you with a metal rod from your bed frame. You wake to horror, permanently disabled. Your life changed forever. That woman was Karen Sparks. And that brutal assault on January 4, 1974 was the first violent act linked to one of America's most notorious serial killers, Ted Bundy. She survived, suffering permanent brain damage, partial loss of vision and hearing, and enduring trauma that she spoke about only decades later. Less than a month later, on February 1st, another nightmare began. Linda Ann Healy, a college student, vanished from her dorm room. Bundy later confessed that he abducted, raped, and murdered her. Her remains were found later near Taylor Mountain, in a wooded area that would hold the bodies of several of his other victims. Over the next few years, Bundy's killing spree spanned multiple states: Washington, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, Idaho, and Florida, claiming at least 20 confirmed victims between 1974 and 1978. Yet before his execution, he confessed to 30 murders, and investigators suspect the actual number could be much higher. Some estimates surpass 100. Bundy's method was chillingly deliberate. He often pretended to be injured, wearing a cast or feigning a disability to gain women's trust. He sometimes claimed to be an authority figure needing help. Once his victims agreed to help, he'd lure them to his car, use handcuffs or a rope to restrain them, then drive them to a remote location to assault, abduct, or kill them. He even revisited some of the crime scenes and committed necrophilia. In 1975, Bundy was arrested in Utah and charged with kidnapping. He escaped custody twice in 1977, fleeing from jail and a courtroom, and made his way to Florida. In January 1978, he invaded a sorority house at Florida State University in Tallahassee, entering through a broken back door. He brutally beat Margaret Bowman with a piece of wood, strangled her, and then moved on to attack Lisa Levy, sexually assaulting her with a hairspray bottle. Both women were students in their bed, but there was one victim whose name shook the world. On February 9, 1978, Bundy abducted 12-year-old Kimberly Leach from her school. Her body was found later concealed in a shed. This crime sealed his fate, adding even more weight to his already brutal legacy. In 1979, Bundy was found guilty in Lake County, Florida, and sentenced to death. A second trial followed for the Leach murder, and he received another death sentence. Finally, on January 24, 1989, at age 42, Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair at Florida State Prison. His final words: "Jim and Fred, I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends." His ashes were scattered in Washington's Cascade Mountains, near locations tied to his victims. Even behind bars, Bundy maintained a twisted influence. In 1982, investigators studying the Green River Killer enlisted his help. He offered psychological insight from prison, aiding them in profiling, an eerie reminder that he remained disturbingly self-aware. Ted Bundy wasn't a wild-eyed monster. He was articulate, charismatic, and outwardly normal. That blend of deception makes his crimes all the more terrifying. He hid in plain sight and shattered countless lives. If you found this extended dive into Ted Bundy's chilling story compelling, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations into true crime's most notorious figures. Thanks for watching, and stay curious, because sometimes the scariest faces are the ones we trust.